Hi, I'm Robin. So, a question I get asked a lot are, oh, you know what, I think I have tennis elbow. What can I do for that? So, first off, please make sure you get properly diagnosed. This is not a substitute for medical diagnosis or proper assessment. I'm just trying to show you some exercises that you can use if someone says, you know what, you really have to strengthen that forearm, right? Get it nice and ripped for the summer. So, what you're gonna do, okay, so I just have these weights because I like them, but what I would say is you can use, so I have a water bottle too. My water bottle personally I think is a little too thick, so you want one of those plastic water bottles. Sorry, they're not good for the environment, but they're good for your wrist. We're gonna ignore the ambulance out there and I'm gonna keep talking, okay? So, dangerous neighborhood. So what you're going to do is you'll probably want to be sitting at a desk. So I'm pretending that my leg is a desk or a counter, but I'm working with the space I have. And what you're gonna do is just move the wrist up and down. Okay, but you're like, oh, Robin, that's so easy. And I'm like, I know, because we're gonna weight it. So this is 3 pounds. I wouldn't say going more, 1 to 3 pounds max. Okay, because this, if you're doing too much, then you're like, oh, my bicep is killing me. I'd be like, well, you're not working your forearm. So what you're going to do, okay, so always feel your forearm. Feel the muscle that should be working. That makes sense because it's your body and you might as well make sure you're doing it right. So what you're gonna do is first off, grab the weight, whoop, blooper reel. Grab the weight, you're gonna bring the arm up and lower it back down. So bringing it up and lowering it back down. Okay, so if you're doing this exercise, you should have full range of motion of your wrist, okay? So if you actually don't have much range of motion, again, please see someone, but let's just go back to this exercise here. Up and lower it down. If you slowly lower it down, it is harder. Okay, it wasn't that hard because I only did like 1 or 2, but when you get to 10, you'll be like, ah. That's the face you're gonna make, I've decided. Okay, you're like, okay, that's one direction, nice. Let's do another one. So, let's bring this, so the thumb is up towards the ceiling. You're gonna bring it up and lower it down. I'm just giving you all the different areas that you can strengthen. People usually tend to prefer this one. Okay, because this is our wrist extensors. And this is like if we're typing all the time and our wrists are like this, then we're gonna wanna strengthen this muscle for sure, okay? So, we're going here. Oh. Yeah, I gotta make sure I look good for camera, hey, okay. And then you're going up and lowering it down. And you're breathing, because you can hold your breath and then pass out and no thank you, I'd like you to live. Okay, so we're going back to that other one, rotation, right? So turning the thumb up towards the ceiling and going up. Again, your grip will probably be a little different depending on what you use. And then, oh, look at this one. So this one can be a little funky depending on your elbow shape. My elbow is a little interesting. So I'm gonna actually just cross my leg over and then make sure I'm a little more neutral here. If you can, I know I have a bad angle. Yes, the gist of this, perfect. And then you're going to go up and then slowly lower it down. Ooh, fun. Okay, so if you're using 1 pound, you're like, don't feel it, don't know what she's talking about, use a heavier weight. Okay? And then I'll show you some more coming up. Get excited. Okay, great. So, I told you there'd be another exciting wrist one that you can try. So, not only does your wrist move in different directions, whoa, look at the wrist, very, very thrilling. Okay, but it also moves like this. So palm up and palm down, okay? So, you can start with just having, so the reason I don't actually want you to start with the arm unsupported is that if I'm like this and I'm rotating, okay, first off, it's all floppy, but look how much I'm using this, right? You're like, oh, I only feel my bicep working. Then maybe you shouldn't start with this one. So if you're like, you know what, Robin, I did the other exercises, I need a challenge, I got you covered, okay? So my arm is here. So first off, think up and down, and then going up and going down. So notice how I'm getting a bit of shoulder movement as well. That's okay. Okay, but you really want to be feeling something happening down here. Okay, and then you're like, let's weight it because the other one is so easy. And you're like, oh, not so easy. Also, it's kind of trippy. Look how close my arm is to you. Okay, so I'm rotating down and going back up. And again, sorry, I'm not sponsoring this, people. I just realized that's a weird angle. I just like these balls. Okay? So 10 times, breathing. Okay. Another option you can use, if you're like, I don't want to use a ball, you can hold on to, I don't have a hockey stick, but you can hold on to a stick, and as you're rotating it, okay, hang on, I'm going to get creative, exciting. Okay. So this guy comes back into play because it's my pretend hockey stick. So if this was a hockey stick, this would be the handle, and this would be the stick part. I don't play hockey, but what you're going to do is rotate it open, and then rotate it closed. And what you'll feel is that there's more weight pulling you one way and then the other way. And you're like, oh, that's so hard. Why is she doing that? Just to challenge you. And 10 times, I like that number, 1 to 3 sets, whatever you can tolerate. Also, if you have pain in both forearms or you're trying to strengthen both forearms, please do both sides. I only showed one just so the video could be shorter. Okay.